Hi everybody, I would like to show you a new thing that arrived today, a new accessory for my cameras, and actually two of them, and that would be this and this, and I will soon show you what it is. So what it is it's by a company called Peak Design, and it's the leash and the cuff. So it's basically two carrying systems, and one is to wrap around your wrist, and you can connect a camera to it, and one is a strap, or sling strap or something like that. So I will show you a few details. Some of you may already know this system. It's like a modular system and it has several options. And I would like to show you some of the things that it comes with and how it exactly works. So the whole system is based on these things. And these little buttons, basically have this Kevlar thread, and you attach these to the camera or to this thing. Actually, let me show you. I had one that was not connected yet. So this is basically this little thing that you screw into the tripod mount of the camera, and then you can connect one or two of these buttons, and they will then connect to the different straps, or wrist straps, or camera straps. So how does it work? It basically works like this. You have this button, you put it into this, for example, this is the hand strap. You press it down, pull it through, and it snaps into place, and it's actually pretty robust. And besides, I mean, you will hardly get a lot of tension from this side. You will get it under normal circumstances from this side, and besides, to take it out you will have to press pretty hard, especially now that it's new, but you can take it out like that. So what's the idea behind this concept? The idea is that you can have, for example, one wrist strap and one shoulder strap, or camera strap, and use it with several different cameras depending on what you go out with. So as far as this system is concerned, you will probably end up with something like this, where you have a camera with two of these things, for example, and a smaller camera with one of these. And then when you want to go around with this one, you take, for example, the hand strap, connect it, click it into place, and you have your carrying solution. And you can go around with it. It's pretty, actually, with this little cord here, you can put it between your fingers and use it pretty well comfortably without having so much in the way of this. You can extend it, you can tighten it, and in some cases, not in my case, you may even be able to wrap it when you're not using it with the camera. And I took that part off. You're supposed to wrap it around your wrist in some way and get to the, but this would basically block my circulation, so I did not do that. So this is the hand strap, and the second one I got is this one. And as you see, I rolled it up to show you how really tiny it is. It's incredibly small, and it's made of some material that looks like seatbelt material, but as far as I can say, it's not just thinner, it's also quite soft. So this thing is really soft, and packs really tiny. And then you have it like this, separated at the bottom, so it's not one of those where you basically have a loop and it will, some kind of attachment will glide on the strap, but you connect it with two of these connectors, and I show you how they are. It's basically like the one you've just seen on the hand strap, and these will connect. For example, if you have a camera like this, you basically put it into this one and into this one, snap them into place, and you can carry this camera around, you know, and you can carry it. This is on the longest it gets. It's not extremely long, like if you want to wear it across like this and have the ability to grab it more or less at the level of your hip. It may not go all that way if you're really tall, let's say over 6 feet or like 190, but you can shorten it up to a point where it's actually a short neck strap, you know. So you take it like this, and you can wear it like this, quite short, even shorter if you want, and then you can disconnect it again. They work with one finger. In my case, I've read some comments where they say, you know, you have to press really hard. It doesn't really require a lot of force with this one I got. It's more an issue of being careful that it really snaps into place when you put it in. You don't want to have it gliding around. So this is then how the camera looks like once you take the thing off. It has these little ears, but they don't really bother me so much. Another solution would be, if the camera is a little bit bigger or you want to wear it in a different way, are these things that you basically screw into the bottom of the camera. And this is more the sling strap we're used to. You screw it in. You get this little tool to fix it. Even though I don't think you really want to put very much pressure on it, but basically give like a quarter of a turn after the force you can apply with your fingers, but don't overdo it. And when you have that, you can connect it with these two buttons, and you can connect it to the strap, and then you have this kind of thing, and the camera will be hanging from the bottom. Let me show you with this one. You screw it in, and then you have the camera hanging like this. And being in a defined position, it's pretty controllable, it should be. And one thing that appeared immediately, because you would have to, and with the Leica, for example, that was not a problem at all. You have these little buttons, and they have to go into these connections that you have. I don't know why it doesn't focus. And with the Leica, it wasn't a problem to put them in. But when I then tried to put them into, for example, the Sony A7R, these seem to be smaller in some way, and I really had difficulties putting them in. Let me show you. So you would have to basically take this, make it as small as possible, and push it through here. It's somehow not really focusing really well. I hope you get the point. And just 1 or 2 threads go through, but not the whole thing. And I even tried pushing it through with some tool or something like that, and that didn't work either. And I didn't want to like mess around with this, because this is basically what will hold your camera in the end, you know. And so I found a solution. Maybe that's an idea for some of you. You take a fishing line, a nylon fishing line, and what you do is, let me see if I can show it to you in a way that you can see what I'm actually doing. So what I do is I push the fishing line through this hole, then I pull it through the little cord and go back through the hole, and then basically I tighten it a little bit and I pull it through, and there you go. And then I pull out the fishing line and go as it's supposed to be done, and I have it on this camera. So this may be a suggestion that helps you if you get this thing. I think any kind of nylon thing will work. I would use something that is strong enough but not too big. That's why I went back to a fishing line, and it works really well. So basically you end up having some of these things on every camera you have, and then depending on which camera you use, you go out and attach the actual straps to it, or you go with this screw-in thing, and that's also a good option. But actually, since it's not very wide, this strap itself is not really very wide. If you put it on like a heavy camera and the specifications are, I don't know, you can put on like 25 kilos or something like that, like 40 pounds, 50 pounds, but I think it's not very comfortable on your shoulder if you're wearing like a t-shirt or something like that. So what you may want to do is use it for smaller cameras, like not even this is really small, this is the Ricoh GR, but maybe you want to use it on cameras like the Sony A7, like mirrorless cameras or system cameras, rather than probably something like this, unless you use it as a shoulder strap or just over your shoulder. But this thing is really not very wide, so it may cut into your shoulder if it's a very heavy camera. It will probably hold the weight, because I mean these modern materials can go far beyond what we would beyond the strain we can put on them, but it's not going to be easy to use. It's not going to be comfortable to use. And besides, for example, for the Leica, my main purpose was using this this hand strap, because when I use the Leica, I like to walk around holding it in my hand to have it ready for every shooting situation. And now I put on the second button here, but maybe I even take that one off and either wear it with the connection on the bottom or wear it with the hand strap like this, you know. And it's just a safety measure. If you drop it, you probably don't want to carry it around like this, but weight wise it should work. I don't know how these Kevlar cords hold under permanent stress and connected to some metal loops here. I will see. Honestly, as soon as I should see some deterioration, I would probably change it. And actually that's why I ordered a few of these things, to make sure that I have enough in case I have to change them. If that should appear very often, maybe it's not the right system after all, but it looks pretty solid. It's very lightweight, and as I showed you in the beginning, it's extremely tiny, because all this thing really fits in the palm of your hand. And if you're familiar with other straps and solutions that are really padded and very comfortable to use, but they're really big, so even in your camera bag, they take up the same space a camera takes up, or even more, and they take up space like an additional lens. So this is really something small that you have always with you. You can put in your pocket and have it ready when you need it. So I hope I could help you a little bit, especially with the idea with the nylon to pull this through the loop. And subscribe if you like it. I may do another video on this after having used this for a while to give you an idea of how good it is. And come back, subscribe if you like, and come back soon for more. Thank you very much and have a good day.